IELTS Speaking Part 1. Jewelry. Question 1. Do you often wear jewelry? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I wear jewelry sometimes, like earrings or a necklace. I don't wear it every day, only on special days. Band 7 answer. Yes, I sometimes wear simple jewelry like earrings or a small necklace. I don't wear it daily, but if I go to a party or a wedding, I usually wear something to look nicer. Band 8 answer. I do wear jewelry from time to time, especially when there's a special occasion like a wedding or a formal dinner. On a daily basis, I usually keep it simple, maybe just a pair of earrings or a bracelet, because I prefer a more casual and comfortable style. Jewelry for me is more about completing an outfit than expressing my personality, though I know for some people it's deeply personal. Question 2. Do you often wear jewelry? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I like small and cute jewelry, like silver rings or necklaces. I don't like big or heavy ones. Band 7 answer. I prefer minimalistic jewelry, such as thin rings, simple bracelets, or a delicate necklace. I think this kind of style is easier to match with clothes and looks more elegant. Band 8 answer. I've always been a fan of minimalist and elegant jewelry. I like pieces that are subtle, like a thin gold chain or a silver ring with a small stone. They're easy to wear daily and can match almost any outfit. I'm not really into flashy or oversized pieces. I find that simpler designs often make a stronger impression. Question 3. Do you usually buy jewelry? Model answer. Band 6 answer. No, I don't buy jewelry often. Sometimes I get it as a gift. If I buy, it's something cheap and nice. Band 7 answer. I don't buy jewelry very often, but maybe once or twice a year. Usually, I buy it for a special reason, like for a friend's birthday or to treat myself after an achievement. Band 8 answer. I don't frequently purchase jewelry, but I do enjoy buying a special piece now and then, often to mark a memorable event or achievement. For instance, I once bought myself a bracelet after completing a major project at work. That way, the jewelry also becomes a symbol of something meaningful, not just an accessory. Question 4. Why do you think some people wear a piece of jewelry for a long time? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Maybe because they like it or it's special. Some people wear rings or necklaces from family or friends. Band 7 answer. I think it's often because of emotional value. Some people get jewelry from their family or partner, and they keep wearing it as a memory or to feel close to that person. Band 8 answer. In many cases, people continue wearing the same piece of jewelry for years because it holds sentimental value. It might be a gift from a loved one, an heirloom passed down through generations, or even something tied to a meaningful life event. For example, wedding rings are worn daily not just for style, but as a symbol of love and commitment. Emotional attachment often outweighs trends or fashion in these cases. IELTS Speaking Part 2. A performance you enjoy watching. Describe a performance you enjoyed watching. You should say what the performance was, when and where you watched the performance, who was performing or who performed, and explain why you enjoyed the performance. You have 1 minute to prepare. You have 2 minutes to talk. Model answer. Band 6 answer. One performance I enjoyed was a school play. It was about a famous fairy tale called Cinderella. I watched it at my school when I was a student, maybe around 14 years old. My classmates were the actors, and one of my best friends played Cinderella. I enjoyed it because it was fun to see my friends act on stage. They wore nice costumes, and there was music and dancing too. I felt happy and proud because they worked hard. Even though it was not perfect, I still liked it a lot. Also, it was the first time I watched a play live. Before that, I had only seen stories on TV. Seeing it on stage was very new and interesting to me. I remember I laughed a lot and clapped many times. After the play, I told my friend that she did a great job. It was a simple performance, but very special to me. Band 7 answer. One performance that I really enjoyed was a school play of Cinderella, which was held at my middle school when I was around 14. It took place in the school auditorium, and many students, teachers, and even some parents came to watch. The performers were my classmates, and one of my close friends actually played the lead role of Cinderella. The reason I enjoyed it so much was because I could see how much effort everyone had put into it. The costumes were colorful, and the stage decorations looked beautiful. Although it was an amateur performance, the students acted with a lot of energy and confidence. I especially liked the scenes with dancing and music because they made the show more entertaining. It was also really fun to support my classmates and cheer for them. What made it even more memorable was the atmosphere. Everyone in the audience was laughing and clapping. There was a real sense of excitement in the room. I also helped a bit backstage before the show, helping move props, so I felt involved in the whole process. It gave me a new appreciation for how much work goes into even a small performance like that. Band 8 answer. One memorable performance I thoroughly enjoyed was a school play based on the classic story of Cinderella. It was staged in my middle school's auditorium when I was about 14 years old. The entire event was organized by our drama club, and the performers were all students from my grade. One of my closest friends played the main character, Cinderella, and several other friends had supporting roles. What made the performance so enjoyable wasn't just the story itself, but how creatively the students brought it to life. The costumes were impressively detailed for a school production, and the background music added a magical atmosphere to the scenes. I remember the moment when the clock struck midnight. There was clever lighting and sound effects, which made the audience gasp. Even though they were not professional actors, their passion and effort were clearly visible. Another reason why I loved this experience is that it made me realize how powerful performing arts can be in connecting people. After the show, I noticed how proud the performers were, and how much joy it brought to the audience. It also inspired me to think about participating in a play myself the following year, which I eventually did. Looking back, that performance left a deep impression on me, not only because it was entertaining, but because it reminded me of how creativity and teamwork can bring a story to life in such an engaging way. IELTS Speaking Part 3. A performance you enjoy watching. Question 1. Do you think traditional performances are important? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I think traditional performances are important. They show our culture and history. For example, in my country, we have some dances and music that are from a long time ago. People still like them. I think we should keep them. Band 7 answer. Yes, traditional performances are quite important because they represent the cultural identity of a country or community. For example, in my country, we have folk dances and music that are passed down from generation to generation. Watching these performances helps people understand their heritage and feel proud of it. They are also useful for teaching young people about the past. Band 8 answer. Absolutely, I believe traditional performances play a crucial role in preserving cultural heritage and educating future generations. They often reflect historical events, traditional values, and even ancient philosophies. For instance, traditional opera in some Asian countries combines music, storytelling, and costume in a way that modern performances rarely do. By watching or participating in such events, people not only gain cultural knowledge but also develop a deeper emotional connection to their roots. Without these performances, a vital part of cultural memory could be lost. Question 2. What do you think is the difference between watching a live performance and watching it on TV? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Watching live shows and watching on TV are different. In live shows, you feel more excited. You can see everything with your own eyes. On TV, it's more comfortable, but not as exciting. Band 7 answer. There's definitely a big difference between watching a performance live and seeing it on a screen. In a live setting, the atmosphere is more vibrant. You can feel the energy from the performers and the audience, which makes the experience more special. However, watching on TV is more convenient, and you can still enjoy the show, especially if you can't travel to the venue. Band 8 answer. The distinction between a live performance and a televised one lies primarily in the level of emotional engagement and sensory experience. A live performance offers a sense of immediacy and connection. You're sharing the same space and energy with the performers and the audience. The sound, lighting, and even slight imperfections make the experience more authentic. In contrast, watching a performance on TV, while more convenient and accessible, often lacks that emotional depth. You don't feel the atmosphere in the same way, and the sense of interaction is missing. Still, for people who cannot attend live events, TV performances are a great alternative. Question 3. How do you think watching a dance performance or a stage play influences children? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I think it's good for children to watch dance or stage plays. It helps them learn new things. They can also enjoy the show and feel happy. Some children might want to try acting or dancing too. Band 7 answer. Watching dance performances or stage plays can be very beneficial for children. It introduces them to creativity and helps them learn how to express emotions. Also, it might inspire them to join art or drama classes, which can improve their confidence and communication skills. It's also a fun way for them to learn about different stories or cultures. Band 8 answer. Exposure to live performances, such as dance and stage plays, can have a powerful influence on a child's development. These performances spark imagination and foster creativity. They also help children understand body language, storytelling, and emotional expression in ways that textbooks can't. Moreover, such experiences often encourage young people to explore their own talents, whether in acting, music, or dance. For example, a child who watches a ballet performance might be inspired to take lessons and develop discipline, patience, and artistic sensitivity over time. It's a well-rounded way to support both emotional and cognitive growth.
Congrats on making it to the end of this video, and kudos to you if you did all that practice. You are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And you can also add my official LINE account that's in the profile. And if you do this, then I can send you a free phrases guide that you can use for your practice. All right, happy studying. See ya.